everybody. So today is Sunday, that means it's time for family movie night. And this week is the end of my Disney Scares series. I hope you've enjoyed this month. Today we're talking about Halloween Town. This film was made in 1998 for Disney Channel. It's a TV TV movie. And I think it's based on books, if I'm not mistaken, and they made like 4 of them. And so maybe next year we'll end up reviewing a sequel or 2. But this is the first one, and I really like some things about this movie. I think it is overall a fun watch for family, for kids, you know, wanting something sort of spooky but not too scary. In some ways I actually prefer it over Hocus Pocus, just because you don't sort of have the weird, like, virgin subtext that you have in Hocus Pocus, and I don't know, this is just a little bit more innocent, a little more fun, I think. But I do have some major problems with the film that hold it back for me. But the overall setup is really, really neat. So you have this family particularly this oldest daughter who really wants to participate in Halloween, but her mother won't allow her to go outside, won't allow her to dress up, all of that stuff. And she won't explain why. And the mom's a single mom. The father has passed away. Well, one night, I think the girl's like 11, I think. Anyway, and she has a brother who's kind of this nerdy brother, and I think another sister. Halloween night, their grandmother appears, and it is Debbie Reynolds, and she kind of appears out of nowhere. And she has sort of magic. She has a magic handbag that you can keep drawing stuff out for forever. And she actually gives them candy and tells them stories about Halloween and witches and all kinds of stuff. Well, it turns out that the grandma is actually a real witch, and she lives in a town called Halloween Town. I think her name is Marnie. She overhears her grandmother and her mom talking, and the grandmother says, oh, well, she's already past the age of her training. And she finds out that there's this whole town, and that she actually is a witch, at least part witch, because her mother was a witch and her grandmother, and her mother had this relationship with a human who was her father, and so she's part witch anyway. And so, but her mother's been trying to hide that from her because she wants to protect her. And so it is a fairly standard, sort of formula we have seen a number of times, but I thought, charming and fun. And so they end up, the kids decide to follow the grandmother on the bus and go to Halloween Town. They get there, and the mom ends up coming too, and there's all kinds of problems and things they face, and they have to end up working together as a family. And it doesn't have like the highest production values ever, but sometimes I prefer that in scary movies. I kind of like the old school sort of practical effects, and I don't know, for me it's just a little bit more fun than the digital. So I enjoyed that part of it. I enjoyed Halloween Town. Once they got there, I thought it was creative and just enjoyable. And I think the problem with this movie is that I did find that it's one of those movies for kids where the characters argue the entire time, and that's supposed to be funny. And I can understand her and her mother arguing for the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Man, it's the whole movie is them just spatting at each other. It's the mother fighting with the grandmother for a long time of the movie. You have the kids fighting with each other, the daughter fighting with the mother. It's just a lot of complaining and a lot of arguing, and I found I got really tired of it. And there just wasn't enough working together, and it wasn't enough family, and it wasn't enough to kind of make up for just that. It started to really get on my nerves. And it's something that annoys me in family films sometimes, when it's like, that's that's the joke, I guess. You know, like it works in a film like Home Alone because it's really only like the first 10 minutes that you have that really contentious, that really argumentative spirit, and then it changes to a different thing. And it's like some people take that and make it the whole movie. And I remember The Last Ice Age, that was what I really felt like to me, was that every joke, almost every scene, was characters complaining. And that's not interesting to me, that's not funny to me, it's just unpleasant, to be honest. And so that really hurt this movie for me. I did like the creativity. I think the performances are fine. Debbie Reynolds, of course, is wonderful and warm and definitely feels like a grandma figure. And it's not awful. There are definitely fun aspects to it. But I definitely had a hard time with just all of the arguing and complaining that we got throughout the film. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on Halloween Town. I haven't seen any of the sequels, and this was my first time watching this, so that was fun. But let me know what you think of it. Is it one that you watched a lot as a kid, something you have nostalgia for, or yeah, maybe you don't like it? Put it in the comments section. Let me know, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye! And have a great Halloween! Happy